What's up, guys? Welcome back to Tamara Recipes. So today we're gonna make some brown stew cow foot with some butter beans. So if that's something that you're interested, stick around, guys, and let's get cooking. In the container I have my nicely washed cow foot. So to that I'm going to add some oil. Now the reason I'm adding some oil is to ensure that the seasons stick on the cow foot. So I'll be adding my seasons of choice. So I'm going to be adding my garlic powder. Afterwards, I'm going to add my onion powder. I'll also be using some fresh seasoning, guys. So if you like, you could always omit the onion and garlic powder. I'm going to add some complete seasoning. Now I'm using 2 pounds of cow foot, but they're extremely big, so hence I have a few pieces in the bowl. My all-purpose seasoning. Afterwards, I am going to add my fresh seasoning and some black pepper, of course. So the first seasonings of choice are some pimento seed, onion, thyme, scallion, garlic. I'm also gonna add some browning. Now I'm not gonna add a lot of browning, just like a half a teaspoon of browning. Also gonna add some scotch bonnet pepper. Then I'm going to season my cow foot nicely. I let it marinate, even though cow foot has a lot of bone. But I love to season mine and let it marinate overnight. Now I have a video where I just put it in the pot and then I add season and so on. So I'm going to share that video for you as well. So this is the other day, guys. So to the pressure cooker I'm going to add some oil. Now I have other cow foot recipes that I will share, links in the description box. So when the oil is heated, I'm going to transfer my cow foot into the pressure cooker. Now cow foot take long for cook, hence I'm pressuring mine. However, you could always slow cook yours. But ensure that you don't use cold water for the recipe, you use some warm water. To the bowl that I seasoned the cow foot in, I'm gonna use some warm water to rinse all of that seasoning. Then I'm gonna add it to the pressure cooker. I like to sear my cow foot a little just to get added flavor, but that part is optional. Alright, so after doing that step, I'm going to add my warm water. After adding the water, I'm going to allow it to come up to a rapid boil. Then I'm gonna add some more fresh seasoning and then I'll allow it to pressure. Now the cow foot was very tough, guys, so I let it pressure for half an hour. Then when I checked it, I realized that it needed to pressure some more. So what I did, I added some more warm water to it and I pressured it for an additional half an hour. So in total it pressured for 1 hour. My cow foot is fully pressured at this point, guys. As you can see, it's falling off the bone. Yeah, that's how I love it still. Now I'm adding more fresh seasons because I'm gonna cook down the cow foot. So I added the same seasons earlier: onion, scallion, thyme, garlic, scotch bonnet pepper, sweet pepper. Alright, so I allow it to come up to a boil. Now I am going to add a little fish and meat sauce. Once you season your meat enough, you don't have to add any more pack seasoning or any salt. However, if you wish to do so, go ahead, guys, and add some, flavoring at this point as well. Now I did drain the liquid, or I thought I drained all the liquid from the can. So I'm adding some butter bean. Then, as I said before, I'm gonna add my fish and meat sauce. Now I like to flavor my beans, so I'm adding some black pepper to it. And then I'm gonna add a teaspoon of some grazed fish and meat sauce. Now you don't have to use that brand, you can always use your favorite brand. Alright, that's not my favorite, but that is the one I got at the supermarket, so I'm just using what I have. Alright, so remember, say at this point taste, because you know you want your gravy to have that nice flavor. So taste, ensure that it has enough flavor, and then you allow it to cook down. Alright guys, so my cold foot was very tender, guys. Tender, melting in your mouth. Now it's cooking down nicely, guys, and you know it smells great and it tastes good too. So if you try the recipe, please do comment and give me your feedback, and if you like the recipe, give it a thumbs up. Also share the video with others, tell them about my recipes, and if you have not yet joined the family, please do.